Oh yeah, we still got that guy.
We gotta hold the door with something.
I'd say this went pretty well. Overall, I mean, we lost a couple, but hey, you gotta break a few eggs to make lemonade.
They're surrounding the house. We have to get out of here. Where are the boys? Upstairs. Alex, James, hurry up!
Oh shit. Well, that didn't work. Welp. So much for her being alone. Oh shit, I have control now. Hey, I just got a change of clothes. That's nice, I look all fancy. Here we go again. That looks quite heavy. I'm gonna be honest, this shit feels really excessive. Like, every once in a while it's fine, but this is like the 4th or 5th flash or cutback to this kind of shit in this episode. Like, I don't know. I get it, but I feel like it's been a bit overdone for 3 episodes.
It's okay,
Ow. Jesus Christ, this woman is strong. Uh-oh. That's right, I'll save you, daughter that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Mother of the Year.
Mommy? I can't see you.
I'm coming!
That's not surprising. What? Okay. Hallucination door. What's going on behind you? Jesus Christ, the load times in this episode are just horrendous.
Why does this keep happening? What's going on? What do you want me to do? I can't go back. I can't save you. I can't fix this. I wish I had. There's nothing I can do.
Michonne, it's Dominic.
What's
Where the hell are
happening?
you? Go pack your things, okay? We have to go.
Where's Mommy?
We tried to wait. We're heading to Donna's.
Dad!
She'll be fine. Come on.
No, she'll come look for us. We have to be here.
Michonne, if you're still... Just stay safe, okay? They need you.
did look for you. I came back. Promise. It was just too late. You can't.
Uh-oh. Well.
Somebody! Sam? Sam? Help! Help us!
Stay where you are.
Michonne! We're here, in the closet!
Oh, alright. Well, that makes things easier.
Please, get out. Please. Please.
Looks like that fortress ain't working out so well. I mean, they're effectively in an oven right now, so... Ah, I got this. You're welcome.
Michonne! Have you seen Sam? I thought you were dead. Oh, I was so worried.
Where are the others? Pete
You're
and...
fine. They made it outside. Come on.
Yay!
We can get out. Through Greg's room. Follow me. Stay right with me, okay? Go!
Uh-oh.
Michonne! Hurry!
Jesus Christ.
James!
Don't go.
This isn't goodbye. I'll see you again.
When?
I don't know. Soon.
Say goodbye, girls. Your mother has to leave.
Please, Mama. Stay here. With us.
Jesus Christ.
She can't. Just let her go.
Dominic, please. Just let me say goodbye.
Come on, Alex! What are you doing?
No.
Girls, enough. Let her leave if that's what she wants.
Michonne!
No. Don't go.
Colette. She can't stay.
We can't stay here!
It's too late. Your mother already made up her mind.
I wish you could come with me.
I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really well done.
I'm not leaving you here!
What? Just, I guess, to follow canon.
I'm so sorry.
So Michonne could die at the end of this episode?
Your hand.
Okay.
I got you.
Yes. I don't want to die. So naturally I leave. That was really well done though. I liked that scene. That was really cool.
Sadiq's gonna take a boat down to what's left of Monroe. Salvage what we can. We can drop you off in Oceanside or maybe one of the other communities up north. It's good people.
Thanks. And thank you for everything. I don't know if we would have made it out of there without you. You found my brothers. You took care of Norma. We owe you a lot.
Promise me you'll learn from this. Remember what happened here.
I will.
It'll be harder out there, without Oak and Berto. I need to lean on you a bit more. It's not gonna be the same without them.
I got you covered, Pete. Don't worry.
I know I can count on you. I wanted to ask. When we got separated, I heard you calling for your daughters. What happened in there? I tried to find you, but I couldn't. I had to get everyone out, and I could just hear you screaming.
I almost didn't make it out. The place was burning to the ground and couldn't find anyone. I was just disoriented.
You're not telling me everything. Maybe you'd better start thinking about, what if this doesn't go away?
Maybe it won't. But this time, when I saw them, I was able to walk away. Couldn't keep living in that moment with them anymore.
I think it's time to stop running. Go back to your group, the people you left, your family, before you can't anymore. If I know anything, it's how goddamn impermanent things are these days. Before you know it, they'll be gone.
You're right. It's time to go back.
Come on.
Well, that was The Walking Dead episode 3. Well, Walking Dead Michonne episode 3, I should say. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Obviously, this is the ending to this little, I guess you would call it like a side project of the main thing of The Walking Dead. But I thought it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun just being the bad guy and being an asshole and doing all that stuff a lot of the time. But also, you know, kind of having a certain level of depth to her character. But I mentioned earlier that I felt like Michonne's cuts to her children and her family and all of that was a bit excessive, all in all. Just like, I thought that it could have been more powerful had they shown more restraint in that area, because it was pretty consistent, like how often they would cut from one to the other. And it just, I don't know, it got me kind of rolling my eyes sometimes, because it just felt like you're not moving this forward at all. You're just like, it feels as though you're simply trying to remind the player, hey, this is a part of her backstory, and it's like, I don't need you to remind me so often. I don't need you to tell me all these things. The only time it ever felt like they were moving it forward was by the very end, which was very powerful, by the way. I thought it was a really good little touch they had, the sort of back and forth between her trying to decide whether she wanted to stay with her kids in this house that's burning down around her, which is a pretty interesting symbolism right there. And, you know, and then, fuck, whatever her name is, I can't remember off the top of my head, but the girl you know, pulling, or wanting to pull her out and all that. I'm curious as to whether or not, if you actually decided to stay, whether or not you actually stay and die, because that kind of directly contradicts some of the things that happen in the comics, or at least to my understanding. So I have a feeling that even if you did decide to, stay, that she would have just pulled you out, and it would have been the same thing, and wouldn't have had nearly the same sort of effect on her character progression. I was a little bit annoyed by Norma. I just felt like she was just such a typical antagonist that's just like, I am the understanding type that just wants to find a solution, but secretly I'm crazy. And like, she was constantly trying to come to these compromises, but I could just tell deep down she didn't fucking have any inkling of actually having a desire to fix things or be, you know, accommodating. She wants to rule. She wants to have control of the situation and give you the feeling that you are partially in control, but she doesn't like that. She really doesn't. At least it didn't come off that way. And I don't know, it just seemed like a typical villain that kind of bugged me. In any case, I enjoyed myself throughout this playthrough, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I was quite a sarcastic asshole throughout the whole thing, and hope you guys didn't mind that too much. I don't know, I just, with these Telltale games, I've gotten to the point where if I can't inject some sort of humor into it, it's hard for me to take it seriously, simply because, yeah, God, I keep on fucking saying this, but it's just, it's so obvious to me how little your decisions and what you do matters in this game. So Tales from the Borderlands kind of spoiled me in that sense, where it's just like, this is just a game that embraces the silliness and the wackiness, and pretty much everything else Telltale does is serious and brooding and stoic, and I don't know, it's just I prefer to add a little bit of lightheartedness to this stuff, just because otherwise it's just so fucking depressing all the time. And I can do depressing, I like depressing stories and sad stuff like that, but when it's just like constantly bombarding you over the head, one after the other, like plot point after plot point, it's nothing but sadness and anger and despair, and there's no like there's no resolution, there's no, I don't know, it's just, if a lot of the time a lot of Telltale games feel like they're trying to tug at your heartstrings. It's like in the Stanley Parable, where it's like, step into this emotion booth. It's kind of like that. It feels like they're trying to push me into an emotion booth, and sometimes it just doesn't feel natural. I'm not saying that this game specifically had that problem, although sometimes I felt like it was kind of pushing the pathos on a little too much. It's more so just in general for Telltale games. Regardless, I know I'm kind of bitching about, you know, things that aren't even necessarily this, but I just wanted to give some insight as to why I was pretty sarcastic and dry with a lot of my humor throughout all of this. Regardless of all that, I hope you guys like the playthrough. I hope you guys like this video specifically, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and all that, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I bet you dead.
What's left of my family? That's what I'm...
Jesus Christ.